Humans, Homo sapiens, which we are humans, are doesn't require carbs, any single gram of carbs at all. My reason is it is because, don't get me wrong, our bodies still need glucose. In fact, our brain and also our balls, for the sperm production for male, right? For the sperm production, they need fructose. But doesn't mean we should like consuming any single gram of fructose or milligram. We don't need to consuming any fructose. Even though our balls and our brain need fructose too, because our body can produce their own. Same thing with the glucose. Our body still not need glucose, which roughly around like 4 grams of glucose for your entire body. But the problem is like this modern diet, you know. For example, you have this one crackers, right? It has like what, 15 grams of glucose, 15 grams of carbs, which basically already excess the amount of like your body need. And the thing is, you don't need to consuming glucose to getting the glucose that you wanted. Of course, glucose is still essential, but doesn't mean we should like eating them, especially if you are like adults. It is because the glucogenesis process will be always active no matter what you do. Like I'm talking to you right now and you are like listening to me talking. It's like the glucogenesis process is active like these seconds. It is it always like chronically be active. It is just like that. We are designed to being like that. No matter like, even though you eating high carbs foods, you eating low carbs foods or medium carb foods or no carbs at all. But the thing is the glucogenesis process was always active. That means your body will always like produce glucose no matter what you eat, no matter what you do. Like some people have this thought that if they're like consuming glucose, they're consuming carbs. That means their body will stop the glucogenesis process because it always chronically active, right? Which really stressing your body. But the thing is, we are designed to being like that. It's just absolutely fine. It's not like really unhealthy, whatever it is. The unhealthy thing is specifically if you like consuming high amount of carbs, which basically can lead to AGEs, advanced glycation ends product. What that means is it binds protein in your blood, which basically makes you aging faster. The thing is, if you really care about your looks, you want to look youth or whatever it is, the thing is you should like avoid consuming exogenous of carbs. They are very glycated. They bind the protein in your blood. AGEs, advanced glycation end products. Our body doesn't need it. And also, we have a waste product in our body that can be converted to glucose, which are the excess of backbone's triglyceride will be like converted to glucose, which around like a tea a teaspoon size, which basically 4 grams. That's the only need, which basically you don't need to consuming exogenous of carbs because they can like spike your blood sugar. And when there's like a lot of like blood sugar, when there's a lot of like sugar in your blood, the spikeness of the blood sugar, it's really toxic that this can lead to type 2 diabetes. And your body is like really smart, right? It will produce insulin hormone, which trying to suppress the blood sugar, to suppress it down so that you know exogenous of blood sugar is really toxic, which can lead to type 2 diabetes. They suppress it down. But the problem with insulin is too much of insulin hormone is aging hormone too. Insulin is an aging hormone. So basically you will aging faster. It's like you already have two compounds here. One is from the insulin, one and the other one is like from the carbs itself because they are have advanced glycation and products. They are very glycated, especially fructose. And the thing is you don't need carbs because you can you can get all the nutrients you need from the ruminant animals, flesh and fat. And why carbs aren't essential? And the thing is, even though it's like kind of like blow your mind, but the thing is, carbs aren't like macronutrients. They are not nutrients. A lot of like doctors say, a lot of people say carbs is nutrients, is essential for the energy, for the glycogen. But the thing is, you can get the your own glucose without any causing like any glycation with through glucogenesis process, which basically roughly around like you also be active, which roughly around like 10% of margin rate. They always like being active. Why carbs aren't like nutrients? It is because the definition of nutrients is like is required or very nourishing to us. The thing is it carbs required? No, we are not required at all. If we don't consuming any carbs at all, we're still gonna be survive. You just like causing, but is it like nourishing to us? Is it beneficial? Is it optimal for our health? No, it's not. It is because they just like glycated. They just like make you aging faster. There's no reason for doing that. Especially for the people who like spend money a lot of for the skincare for because they want to try to look young, whatever it is. The thing is you should like focus on your diet. Literally, especially like Asian people, right? They really care about their look young, but the thing is they consuming a lot of like carbs, a lot of like white rice. And white rice is one of the most like bad source, one of the worst source that worst source of carbs that you can get. It is because rice are full of arsenic, heavy metals. It is because the root of the rice is so deep and widespread that literally they soak everything, including heavy metals, especially like arsenic. And also, some cases shows that there's a cadmium, there's a lead too, which basically really toxic for the body. And also, the rice also destitute of micronutrients. The 26 compounds that are essential or beneficial that's only found in animals' foods. And if you do found in like in some of the nutrients, for example like zinc and also like iodine, selenium, the thing is they are not like in bioavailable form. If you can find some of the nutrients in the 26 compounds which you only found in animals product and you can find them in plants foods, the thing is it's not like in bioavailable, which basically the 26 compounds that you only found in product is literally like vitamin A, retinol, D3, K2, carnosine, carnitine, creatine, taurine, CoQ10, conjugated linoleic acid, heme iron, biotin, the active form of B6, methylated B12, and a lot more. The 26 compounds. So carbs aren't like essential, it's not required. They're just like glycating and also like at the same time carbs also destitute of micronutrients rather than beef is far more nutritious in every single way. There's every nutrients you need and also this doesn't have like any toxin, any plant toxin or any anti-nutrients, whatever it is. And also our genes has been exposed for like 4.5 million years ago, which basically we are adapted. to eating ruminant animals, flesh and fat. And also, there's no wonder why like the species of mammoth and also megafauna goes extinct because of us. Homo sapiens started to, you know, the population started to growing and growing, which basically makes them goes to extinct. So, and also this for the last part is you can consuming like low carb or moderate amount of carbs during your developing. That's meaning you still like teenager, whatever it is, you're still growing, you can still still acceptable to consuming carbs. But if you're like adults, there's no reason for doing that. It is because why is like acceptable for teenagers, for the people who are still in developing, it is because they're very rich. They have like IGF-1, they have like calcium, which basically really conducive if you want to grow taller, you want to developing yourself. And the best source of carb is like raw milk. That's the most, especially like the quality of the raw milks. You know, food quality always like understated. It's really important. You know, if you can get the high quality raw milk, the thing is, you will look the raw milk that literally like so creamy, like yellowish. It's not like pure white. It's like some kind of like yellowish, like so creamy, which basically is really healthy. Which basically that means like really high quality grass-fed raw milk. That's the best source of carbs you can get. It's very nutritious, and also at the same time it was like in animal products, which basically it has like essential nutrients you need, like B12, folates, vitamin B1 to vitamin B12. I mean, yeah, that's the best source of carbs. And if you are like already adults, there's no reason for you to eating any single gram of carbs. There's no reason for you to eating like milk or dairy, whatever it is. It is because they have a casein protein which is still inflammatory. Even though it's like A2, which a lot of like people claim that A2 milk, A2 cheese is like really healthy. The thing is, it's still inflammatory, but the thing is, it's just less inflammatory than A1. So basically, A1 is much inflammatory, but A2 are less inflammatory, but still inflammatory because of the casein protein in the dairy product. So, I mean, that's it. Thanks for watching. Peace. If you want to optimally being healthy and you want to look good, you want to look attractive, this the key is literally your health. And this like including your diet too. Either it's like you're carrying your sleep, you're carrying to get the sun, you're carrying your environment, but the thing is including diet too can make you more attractive and optimally healthy. So link in the description below where I has a online course, all my knowledge about the optimal diet that can make you more attractive, look better, and also like have an optimal health. Link in the description below.